first thing you want to do is make sure you got the eccom software. So to do that, you go ahead and go to our website. I recommend that you just type in eccom for eccom, click on it, and it'll bring it up here. When you click here, you go ahead and roll down. If you notice, it has, here's to download the software. When you click this, you'll notice that it'll start downloading. And if you don't know where that is, most computers, it will be in your, when you download it, it will be under, let me get it here, in your download right here. So if you notice, there it is, the eccom. You go ahead and click on that and activate it and run the executable. We're not going to do that here because we already have it on the computer. Our EDI website, we have support page that you can type in here and look for videos as you are with this one to show you how to do stuff. So we're going to go ahead and fire up the software. So we're fired up eccom software. The first thing I would recommend is you go ahead and put in or connect your monitor to your communication port. So this is a MMU-16E with the serial port. So we're going to go ahead and connect it to eccom. With that, you want to go ahead and get an DB9 connector. You want it to be direct connect. You do not want it to be a null modem. So you want the pins to go 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, and so on. So once you do that, you got this connected. When you are communicating with eccom, this LED here will actually illuminate and flash when and that way you know you're talking to it. So now we're going to go ahead and go to the software. In this case, the last time this was connected was with the EIA232 port 4. You would come in here and you want to go 9600 baud. You want to make sure this is on and you want to click OK. If you don't know what your COM port is, we don't know where our COM port is, so what we're going to go ahead and do is go into Windows and type in device. Once you start typing in device, you'll see device manager. You want to go ahead and click on that. When you bring up the device manager, you're looking for the COM port. In this case, we have two things connected, and the one that we have connected is the port 4. The best way to realize what that is you go over to the monitor and disconnect from the monitor, which in this case it did. So now we know our port that we have connected to our monitor is going to be port 4. So that's how you find out what port you are. You can do that by, we're assigning to the new COM port, which is 4. And then when I click here, you can see I am talking to the MMU-16E. If you notice, it tells you what the firmware is. In this case, it's 6.3. And if you believe that you have a older firmware, in this case we have a older firmware. The most recent version should be 6.5. So now that we know that, we're going to go ahead and do an update. To do that though, you have to contact the support staff and ask for the file. What will happen is you'll get an email, which I'll show you here, like this one here, and it's going to give you the firmware, which is right here. You request it, and then we send you a zip file with the firmware. When you click on it, it will show you, not only do we give you the hexadecimal file that you need, which is right here, we give you the updated manual and also how to refresh the firmware. But this video is going to show you that. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this and copy it, and I'm going to put it somewhere I know on my computer. So in this case, I'm going to put it in the C drive, under temp, under Bob, and I'm just going to go ahead and create another directory so I know where it's at, folder, and we're going to just say MMU MMU-16E. And I'm going to double click. And right click and say paste. And now I know where it's at. eccom software. I'm going to go under help, firmware update. It says that you need to take out the program card. I'm removing the program card from the unit. Now I'm going to say OK. It's going to ask you where the file is. If you remember, I put it under C drive, temp, Bob, 16E. Click there and say open. Once I hit open, you're going to start seeing activity. See where it says refresh. You do not, I repeat, do not want to turn off your computer, lose the power to your computer, lose the power to the monitor, or disconnect the monitor. If you do, you will brick the unit. I repeat, you will brick the unit, meaning that you will have to send it back to us with an RMA to fix to do the update. This takes approximately 5 to 10 minutes. So during this video, I'm just going to go ahead and hit pause so you don't have to watch it. And we're back. So now once the software gets to complete, you'll see this, and it's going to tell you you want to repower the unit. So I usually say OK, and I will physically disconnect it from the monitor. Make sure all my indications go dark. Power back, push and hold the reset to reset everything. It tells me that my program card is not there. Of course I know that because I took it out. And now I'm going to hit reset again, and now I should be able to look at the unit. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the manual, and if you noticed, we have successfully updated the software to 6.5. What I also like to do is just run through and see this monitor is connected just to a power source, so it won't show you indications, but if you have it into a cabinet, you will see everything. Here I'm going to go ahead and bring up the logs just so that bring everything up, and everything looks like she's good to go. This is also a good point to show you that if you grab your logs, it'll also tell you what version of software you're running. In this case, 6.5 is what we're running, and that's the most recent version. If you have any questions, please feel free to call us at 602-396-1284, or you can get us on the website www.supporteditraffic.com. That's supporteditraffic.com.